Hello, this video explains the season for CapSim CapStone 2018 round 1 winning guide and tips update in 2018, right? So first we can look at some sample winning strategies. With this sample winning strategies, we have 8 products in 5 segments, and you can see on the screen it's round 8 and they are all selling very well. You see the overview of marketing this season. Very good selling and good price, and also we see the good capacities in round 8, the selling demand and also the production capacities of the product. You see that, and also the automation update brings a good result in round 8. We get very good sales and net profit, the cash so much that we can reduce we can retire the stock of 37 million and also retire the long-term debt of 60 and still keep about 96 million cash in hand. So that's very good result. And also you see the result from round 4. The company get very good sales and net profit. You see, and through it's very high sales and high net profit and business result causing good stock price of 149. You see that, right? So that's overview of the result. To support calculation of this simulation, we get a lot of calculation. So we need an Excel file that is provided, that's free to download from the internet. And you can see the links at the end of this, or you send the email to get the customized Excel file specified for your game for free. So follow the Excel file. You can. This is a tool. It's not a cheating code or something. That's a tool to support you calculate more effectively. Okay, so we need Excel file to keep track of R&D and marketing and pricing for all the 8 rounds so that we can update more precisely and faster, right? So for round number 1, we start with the game. So that's good to start right from round number 1, because if we make mistake, it needs 1 or 2 rounds to fix the mistake, especially in R&D, research and development. So round number 1 is the most important. Number 2 also important. So I give you two. I bring 2 videos, and also the third for overview on the 8 rounds winning guide and tips, so you can control the game, understand all the decisions, and apply your strategies, right? So first look at tip number 1, right? We can create a new low-end sensors with performance and size of round 4. It takes 1 year to develop, and then when the product ready, it is optimal to sell. We don't have to update the low-end product every round, because this low-end product needs about 7 years to sell most effectively. Again, it's very important to create an Excel file to keep track of all 8 rounds R&D based on industry condition report. You download the free Excel file and download the R&D industry condition report from your game, and then you put only one round into the Excel file. The file will automatically calculate the ideal spot for all the 8 rounds. So tip number 1, create the low-end sensors, and you can delay adding new strategy to the second round, because if you want to gain good sale and good net profit from the first round, you don't have to add right here, because if you add new product right from round 1, higher costs and lower sales, we get good sales but low net profit from round 1. So my advice, you can consider add new product right from the first round or the second round. Tip number 2, change the MTBF to most optimal based on buying criteria. So we get 5 product segment. You can check the career report to get the mean time before failures to most optimal. If you want, you can increase that to max of each segment, but that's in cost, higher cost to produce. So the optimal is better. 14,000 for low end, 17,000 for traditional, and 20,000 for size, and 23,000 for high end, and 27,000 for performance. That's for MTBF. You can check the career report again. Check buying criteria for each segment in the report to find what criteria that customers prefer better than the other factors, right? And tip number 3, you can apply strong promotion and sales budget for traditional and low end, about 2,000 and other 1,500. But actually, if you want to get good sale and good net profit, some good net profit right from round 1 and round 2, you can reduce that to 1,500 for traditional and low end, and the other about 1,200, because in the first few rounds the net profit is a few millions only, so you can save a few million costs. That's good. This is not good for not necessary for the later round, because when in later round you get dozens of million in net profit, so spending a few million in promotion and sale will not reduce the net profit. So note, if you want to have some net profit from round 1 to 3, we can apply around 1,500 or 1,400, and then we increase us to 1,600 and 1,800 in next 2 rounds, so that you can get both good sale and also good net profit. Do not spend 2,000 for all the 5 products. When the product reach 100 awareness, 100% awareness and accessibility in round 4 or 5, you can reduce that back to 1,400. Also, you can check the strategy of competitors, check their spending to decide your spending just higher than competitors, right? So we move to step number. You can see the sample decision for round 1, but do not use this number. Do not just use this number. You need to modify a number by using your industry condition report and add that number into the Excel file, and then you get more precise number for your game, for your specific game, right? Remember that we can add a new product in round 1 or round 2, depends on your strategy. My suggestion, you can consider that right from round 1 is okay, right? You have long time to sell the new product, one more round to sell the new product. But when you do so, the net profit for round 1 will be a little bit lower, but you will get higher sale and higher net profit in later rounds. So we get the tip of launch a new product in June or July, but sometime if you want to get the product close to the ideal spot, it can be August or even September, October, but it's okay. Then later on you can sell better. That depends on competitor strategy too. And you keep track of customer buying criteria, especially their price, right? For tip number 4, we set the price as high as possible. Do not go to the price war. Some of the team, they set the price very low and they can sell quite a lot, but on the team get good, a little bit good sales, but very huge loss. No one get profit because 1 or 2 team try to dump the price. So we can, in any case, try to set the price as high as possible, so we get the net profit. Net profit is very important in this kind of game, right? Only low end, we have to keep the price lower than competitors, because the price factor is highly evaluated by customer in low end segment. So when we compete, keep track of prices of competitors. We do not go to price war. We need to maintain good sales and also, more important, maintain good net profit. And for tip number, we can see the sample marketing here, or come back to the beginning of this video to see the prices, right? Again, the price, we need to suggest that the price 29.5, 21 for low end, 29.5 for traditional. But depending on competitor, we can reduce the price, and also 39 for high end and 34.5 for both performance and size. That's a very good price for, but competitors can do the same, so you consider to lower and increase the price a little bit to get more competitive prices and get good net profit. Do not dump the price, because you can sell very well, but you get no net profit. Okay, so the tip, consider pricing strategy of competitors. We keep track of the Excel file. Each round we reduce about 50 cents to make our price more competitive. And also we keep price too low, close to competitor. If they set a high price, you can keep that higher a little bit, but still lower than higher a little bit than the suggestion, but still lower, have to lower than competitor to set the price, to keep the competitive of the price to set so that the product can sell well. And tip number 5, we update automation of low end to 6.7 and 5. That's examples only. You can update to 6.5 or even to 7. Depends on the investment allowed for round 1. For round 1, the own company start from the equal point, so you can set that to 6.5 or 6, depends. And low end need high automation. That's the logical, right? Because low end products automate quite a lot, can save the cost, and traditional to 5. And then do not we increase us to 8 and 10 as fast as possible in the 2 or 3 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds for low end. And traditional we increase that around 8, and the other we can increase later from round 3 or round 4. We can add more capacity for low end. This is very important, because if we add a new product, we have the cost for R&D, and we need to add capacity for this product. We can upgrade automation later, but we can upgrade automation for low end right from round 1. The tip for this is don't have enough investment for update the product right from round 1, so we can consider sell some surplus capacity of traditional and surplus capacity of high end, so we get enough investment right from round 1. This trick is quite risky, but you can consider that. Not to use the Excel file, use the number from your industry condition report. Again, do not use a number suggested here. Check the number from your game industry condition report to get the number for your game to put that in the Excel file. If you cannot do that, send the email. I can create the Excel file for free for you. Send the email to mbagames2002@gmail.com. I can create the Excel file for you for free and send back in a few hours. And you can see the sample production for numbers. Again, for production we can add about 5 or 10%, depends on the situation. Often you can add about 10% higher than same focus, so that you can avoid the stock out in case our product can sell well. And very important, in round 1 we add about 500 with automation of 50 for the new low-end product. So next round, when the product is ready, we can have capacity to sell, and this product add from round 1 and round 2 can sell very well and bring good sale and net profit in round 3, on round from 3 to 8, with high growth rate of this segment, low end, we can get very good sales. So it's a trick to winning tip to add low end product as fast as possible, as early as possible, right? And tip number 6, the age of the product is very important. So we check the industry condition report for each round to find. Make sure we control all the buying criteria for each segment. Low end prefer the price, but the other maybe they prefer the age, right? For low end, the age about 7 is important. 5, 6, 7 sell very well, better than 1 or 2 years old, because low end need more stability of the product. And for traditional, number 8 about 2 years old. For other as new as possible, right? So we check the price and age of each product in each segment. We can see that in the span of a few minutes to check the industry condition report. Tip number 7, also this is very important. We need to improve product by R&D every round. So if you miss one round, we cannot turn around the situation. So it's very important to follow the schedule and update the product every round, because in fact we forget to update the product for one round. That's why round 1 is very important. Later round we cannot update the product to the ideal spot, and then all the consequences very bad for the company. If we do not update, next round we cannot sell, and we cannot get good net profit, and we have very low investment. So we don't have capacity enough money to update the capacity, increase capacity, and update the product. So the cost is higher than competitor. So this game is very important that we follow the game schedule, update the product every round. Pricing is important, but less important than R&D. R&D is the most important decision in this game. So we need to update the product as close to the ideal spot as possible. Good performance, good size can sell well, especially from round 4, 5 to the end of the game. Traditional R&D update to the ideal spot too. High end, we can update that as close to ideal spot as possible. If we cannot, because that take longer time and higher cost, so you can update about 30%. And performance, so we can update easily to ideal spot. For size, we update as close to the ideal spot as possible. Round 1, 2, 3 take longer time to update, but from round 4, 5 to the end of the game, it is quite easy to update the product. So keep track of all this step. This is very important again. R&D the most important decision to win this game. And round 1 results, often we get sale of 150 million and net profit only 5. So again, do not focus too much on net profit, but keep that positive, so we can get good investment for later round, for next round. So we need to get a few million net profit for round 1, round 2, round 3. Only a few, that's just enough, but keep that positive and avoid the emergency loan. Also the sale is very high, but again, because in the first 3 rounds we focus on new R&D, new product development, promotion and sales, so we cannot get effective enough, and also we increase automation of the factory. From round 4 and 5 we can get very good sales, and we can lead the game in round 6, 7, 8 with both high sale and high net profit, right? So again, the most important thing in this round 1 is to add new product which will sell better. So we add 1 or 2 or 3 new product in round 1 to 3, depends on our strategy, but we need to add at least 1 or 2 new product. Also we need to add new capacity the same round, so that next round when the product is ready we have capacity to produce. If you want to some net profit right from round 1, we do not add too much capacity because we get limited investment. So for round 1, net profit is around 1 or 2 or 3 million or 5 million is just good enough. We will get a dozen of million net profit from round 4, maybe 100. As you can see at the beginning of this video, we get 98 or 150 million cash in hand. Tip number 8, also this is also important. We add capacity for the new product. Again, I said before, right? We need to add new product, also add new capacity, so we can, when the product is ready after R&D developed, we can get capacity to produce. Automation for the new product about 5, automation for the old low-end product about 6 or 7 or 6.5 or 6.7 depends, right? Automation for the others we increase by 1 point. We leave high-end performance inside to increase automation in round 2, round 3, round 4 when we get better or higher investment budget, right? So do not use max investment, use about 80%. Sometimes you can use 90%. It's good enough, especially competition, because we need to keep some cash in hand, avoid the stock out, avoid the out of cash, or we need emergency loan, we lose the point of competition. Tip number 9, for finance, round 1 we need to get max investment, long-term investment about 13 million and get max stock issue about 18 million, so we get about 30 million of investment for round 1, 31 million. We need to check cash available about 5 to 10 million to avoid the emergency loan, but we don't know what the strategy of competitors, so let's keep the strategy we feel safe. For round 1, round 2, round 3 we can find and see the strategy of competitor from round 2, so we can get better, more competitive strategy. So do not invest too strong right from round 1, just keep good sale, good net profit, and most important for round 1 we need to add a new product and capacity, so we get tuned to competitive, we go ahead to 1 round compare with competitors. Tip number 10, use about 80% on investment, maybe 90% is okay. And very important, we add about 500 or 400 capacity for new product, low-end product in this case. If we use about 80%, we spend a little bit less and we can get good net profit and also good sales from round 1, and later round we can get round 2, we can get more investment. So for the winning guide tip of round 1, with this guide tip you can start round 1 with good and right decision, so we don't have any error to fix from later round. We just keep going, add more product, increase capacity, increase automation, set a good price, good budget for promotion and sale, and then we can increase the sale very fast and get good net profit right from round 3, 4, and later game from round 6, 7, and 8. So again, keep track of time new products are launched. Try to launch new product in June or July. Sometimes that can be August or October. It's okay, right? This strategy will have some net profit from 1 to 3 or 5, around 5 millions from round 1 to round 2, round 3. And from round 4 and 5, we can get very good sale and net profit. And from round 6, 7, 8, we can get the highest sale and net profit. It is very important to keep good sales and positive net profit right from round 1. So next round we will have good investment for new capacity, for higher automation, so we can save better cost and then we can get higher margin, so we can bring the good net profit. So net profit is quite important right from round 1, but don't expect to have too much. That's a positive net profit is okay. So that's for reference. This game is very interesting because the product here is a sensor, so we can see many application of sensor in every aspect of life and industry. So good luck and success. If you need any personal support for round 1 and round 2, that is free. You can send the email and you can download the Excel file and start your game. Again, good luck and success. Enjoy your game.